Are we streaming? Are we? Could we? Will we be? Can we be? Alrighty, folks. So, well, for one, I'm streaming from my phone again. I did this ages ago for those of you long-term fans. I do periodically find it amusing. Anyway, yes, this is Raid Shadow Legends. The meme, the game. Um, oh my, oh my, oh my. So, um, I've actually been looking into this game because I finally got curious from all the memeing and whatnot. And so, yeah, I looked into the game, and it's not a bad game. No, don't get me wrong; it's not a bad game in the slightest. I wouldn't say it's the most amazing game ever, but it is not a bad game. I have been having fun, as you can clearly see by the fact that I'm level 36. But the main thing I wanted to show this is sort of clear the air. Just how Mimi is this. Are all the characters sexualized? Are there any good female characters? Is everything kind of generic? So, you can see here, I've unlocked a good number of champions. So let's just go through each category and just look at what we got. Lord Champertort, legendary. Yeah, what you'll notice is that whenever you open up each of the categories, they're separated into different groups. The legendaries, the epics, the rares, the uncommons, and the commons. I'm just going to go through everybody that I can see. So there we go. Male, fully armored, followed by Cethelia, who is definitely fully armored, though doesn't have a helmet. Though that's actually pretty common with a lot of champions. They want you to see their faces. Yeah, she's got boob armor. We can look at it. You can rotate the camera around. We got Cillian, the Lucky. Sigmund, the High Shield. Black Knight. Mianya. Helior. Lugan, the Steadfast. Septimus, not to be confused with Cygnus. Richoff the Bold. Raglan, another female character, and this one doesn't have boob sock armor. Like I said, the game kind of covers all your bases. Baron, Horden, Lordly Legionnaire, the Archmage, Halmut, Geralt the Stone, Andorf, Oathbound. We're now to the epics. Actually, when did we enter the epics? Okay, after Baron, we entered the epics. Chancellor Liasmin, Senchal, Alric the Hooded, Lady Quillen. Again, no boob socks here. Pretty, reasonable armor. Sir Antimage, Knight Errant. Your shield is floating, Knight Errant. Stag Knight. Masked Fearmonger. Gisard the Sigiled. Roween, again, no boob armor. Tented armor, but not boob armor. Azur, who ironically is the Void Knight. That's what the purple icon is, instead of blue. Which, you know, it should make sense that Azur should have the blue icon, not the Void icon. Anyway, Voidcaster or Warcaster. Ursula the Mourner. Again, no boob armor and actually pretty flat-chested. Crossbowman. He's just a rare. We're down to the rares. Valeria, there's your boob armor. And your skimpy dress. Here's the Grandmaster. Myrmidon. Misericord. Again, no boob armor. The game's relatively fair, like I said, on all sides of the spectrum. Because right after her is literal boob armor. And the exposed midriff. The Courtier. The Bombardier. Queston. Spymaster. I believe I actually do have a Spymaster in my loadout, just not obviously level 60, because this is showing you characters at their best. I do have a Vanguard. And then we got the Dagger, who ironically has a crossbow on her back and is wielding short swords, not daggers. I actually have a lot of Dark Elves T-Guy. We'll go over to my actual party later. I just want to show the full loadout of what characters are like. And hi, T-Guy. So yes, we've got, I guess you can consider that boob armor for Dagger. And then we've got Archer, who is female and again, no boob armor. A lot of people really don't understand just how diverse Raid Shadow Legends is with its champions. It really is kind of surprising. Wordbearer. Another female character. Another fully armored female character. No boob armor. And now we're into the uncommons from the rares. And then we get immediately to the Duelist, who is just straight up fan service. That's followed by the Commander, who is not fan service. We've got the Squire. And yes, folks, when I upload this to YouTube, I will put a Raid Shadow Legends referral link in the description so you can join me if you want to. Fireblade. Definitely boob armor. And skimpy clothes. The Frontline Warrior. The Swordsman. The Pikeman. And now we're into the commons. And the commons, as the name might imply, these are your trash mobs. They literally can't do anything because here is... Okay, so let's go... here we go. Frontline Warrior. He's an uncommon. As you can see there, max level is 60. Max star is 6. And you can see the purple stars above. The purple stars mean that they're ascended. So basically, your normal characters start with yellow stars. And you have to ascend them to basically unlock new abilities. And as you can see here, even at its best, a common character cannot ascend. There's the Axeman. Here's the Bandit. And that is all of the Banner Lords. Onto the High Elves. Some more boob armor, but not the worst I've seen. An XL, I cannot pronounce that. Another female with decent armor. Alex Skangar, the sharpshooter. Shiramel, more boom armor. Basilisk. Lysandra, more boob armor. The Royal Huntsman. Yenica, more boob armor. That is actually some really thin armor. That's surprising. Most of the other female characters, you actually see a separation between the skin and the armor. But look at that one. There's pretty much no separation there. That is some thin-ass armor. And then we've got a beast. Yes, there are beasts in Raid Shadow Legends. I am level 36. That's my general level. Ithios. Belenor. The Arbiter. The Arbiter is an interesting case. The Arbiter is an interesting case. Because when you play the campaign, the Arbiter is the narrator of the campaign who sends you off on your missions. So it makes sense that she's legendary, but it's kind of weird. Because, like, I feel like the Arbiter should be in a class all her own. Considering the Arbiter is, like, the one who gives you your mission and resurrects your heroes, and basically is how you actually are able to accomplish everything. And she's just, well, I mean, she's not a generic champion, she's legendary. But it feels weird the Arbiter just doesn't have as much pull as she should. She feels underwhelming for her role in the story. It'd be the same thing with Lord Shadow, or I can't remember what the big bad's name is, but you can also unlock him. The Royal Guard, Teriel, Thanos, and there's some more boob armor for everybody. Now this guy I do have. I think he's only level 40, but he is fully ascended. Well, no, I don't think he's fully ascended either. This guy is a buffing magnet. Like, here, let me show you his Aegeus. I started off with Ariel, the female knight. You get to pick one of 4. I picked the female knight, who interestingly has a legendary undead variant. And then I got Verges as my second character, and then Spirit Host. And Spirit Host is one of my 2 level 50s. But yeah, look at those buffs he can give you. Shingle Hunter. Yeah, the developers definitely know that some of their characters are meme-based. In fact, one of their characters is just straight up Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's pretty damn obvious. There's the Battle Sage with more boob armor and skimpy clothes. The Exemplar's got some pretty decent armor, but there is definitely a boob sock going on there. Wow, could not get those words out. And then we have her here, who's got really nice armor and is really well protected. I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of like the design of this character. I wish I could favorite the ones that I really like, but there doesn't seem to be an option to, like, just favorite ones that you'd like to keep an eye on. I do have the Apothecary. The Apothecary, a lot of people say he's pretty powerful. I guess he has the potential to be. But his main real buff is that he's a healer with a speed boost. Like, I have other characters that have more impressive and diverse skills. His most usable skills are he can buff your speed and he can heal a target. So, I don't know. Maybe he gets better later on. Then we got the Avenger. Definitely wearing that some skimpy armor. Same thing with Elaine here. And the Adjudicator. One of the ones they gave out during one of their promotions was the Adjudicator. The Harris, I have the Harris. She's actually a fusion material for making more powerful monsters. There's several in here that are fusion materials. Here's the Magister. Here's the Fencer. Here's Hysteria. I wouldn't even say this is boob armor because she's wearing mostly clothes. Certainly an interesting design. Medicus. Here's another female character that's interestingly attired. Here's the Interceptor. Here's Reliquary, another female character. That is an interesting uniform as well. Here's the Aristocrat. That is... Now, I gotta admit, I like the coat, but not the rest of the outfit. Jaeger. Elf Guard. Did we run out? That can't be... Oh no, Elf Guard. The High Elves have no commons. They end at uncommon. The Sacred Order. Roskard the Tower. Astralon. Holstring. Errol. Abbess. Gallus Soul Guide. Another skimpily dressed character. Martyr. Actually, look at the Martyr here. That is a really nice Holy Knight outfit. Look at that. I like that one. It's not too boob socky either. Then we got Capeticus. Archbishop Pithroy. I totally want to get this character just for the sheer hilarity of the fact that I'm sending Saint Nick into battle. Have you been naughty or nice? Sir Nicholas will find out. Plus, you know, my name's Nick. Again, I wish I could favorite ones I want to keep an eye on. Venus has quite a unique design. She's a support character, so she's mostly a mage. Cardiel. Karsten the Dayborn. Canonis. Again, not bad armor. Like I said, the main reason I wanted to do this stream is to show people that, you know, for all the memeing that Raid gets, the female characters are a pretty even mix of, you know, skimpy sexual and just really nice armor. Followed immediately by Adriel. That seems to always be the case. Of a skimpy one right next to a fully armored one. Just to play both sides of the coin. Oops, actually not that bad of a split of a difference between the two. Frostbringer is another female character that's pretty nicely designed. Here's Talia, another not bad armored character. Julianne, not bad either. Sargenia, definitely another female character. You can tell from the lips. They gotta have them painted lips. Anthor. The Relic Keeper. The Missionary. Romeo. Wow, I can't even say it. You can see his name on the screen. Lady Alistia. Mordecai. Bushy. Finnick. Deacon Armstrong. Mistress of Heims. Lordic Falconheart. Cardinal. I'll tell you this thing. Their metal shaders on their metal armor, no matter who's wearing it, they have really nice metal shaders. Look at that shine on that metal. Light Sworn, the Inquisitor Shamiel, Godseeker Aniriel. And here's a fun one. We have an older, scarred, battle-ready. Can I zoom in? Yes. Woman here. So yeah, they even have older women who are battle-scarred. And their armor's kind of boob-socky, but not really. It's kind of weird and in between. And here we go. This is the character I started with. Athel. This is my girl. And then we have the Witness. And then, of course, 5K player crashed. Nope. Wrong window. 1 second. Gotta get 5K player back. Come on. What's going on? Did my internet just die on me? No? Says I'm streaming. Did my Wi-Fi die on me? And we're back. And there's the Witness. The Hospitaller. The Purgator. Castiglior. Chaplain. Lemire. Solaris. Renouncer. Templar. Penitent. Only the penitent one shall pass. War Priest, also part of my party. A pretty good support character, pretty good buff character. The Judicator. The Maiden. I do have a Maiden in my team. Again, decent armor on the Maiden. Mother Superior, which somehow, for someone supposed to be the Mother Superior of the nuns, I don't think that's quite the right outfit. Headsman. Sanctum Protector. The Confessor. Cromwell, you have changed. Judicar. Harrier. Draconis. Drill Master. Battle Sister isn't too bad. Outlaw Monk. Sergeant. Intercessor isn't too bad at all. Pilgrim. Crusader. Militia. Vigilante. Armator. Yeoman onto the commons. Sister Militant. I really should have been showing the feet as well to show people that not all of them also have high heels as well. I'll try to remember that from going forward. Preacher. Knitch. Novite. And that is the end of our sacred order. On to the barbarians. And of course, most of these characters are going to be half naked because that's what barbarians do. I have this guy. Atlan. Then we have Scale of the Drakes. Definitely some weird feet going on there. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. But she's got these weird ass clawed toes. Opaden Clan Father. Katra the Cyclone. Elder Skog. Valkyrie. Warwick Wybane. Tovald. And again, something that people may not have been expecting, a larger woman. Here in the Barbarians, we have Usurga, Warcaller. And she's a legendary hero, so she's one of the highest ranked, most powerful characters you can get. Yakel. Tanahorak. Aina. Jolton. Ikara. Atur. Another large one with Armina here. Alika. Tasheda. So she's probably gonna have some serious nip slip with that weird ass outfit. But again, these are the barbarians. It's kind of what you expect. The barbarians are all going to be fan service. Let's be honest here. Let's not kid ourselves. You create a barbarian race in one of these games because you want to do fan service, both because you want to have half-naked men and half-naked women. I have a woad painted. So I don't know why all the barbarians have these weird high heels. It's a weird feature of barbarians. Hi, Kuhan. Vala. I don't know why the barbarian ladies all went high heels. That is totally the grandmother for Horizon Zero Dawn that shows up in the opening. Yeah, if there's anything I would say is that I'm finding a bit odd is why every single barbarian female has high heels. It is an odd design choice that they've gone with. I have a Slayer. Ragemonger. I find it weird that we have Dervish here, because she does not strike me as a barbarian. Look at that outfit. Does that scream barbarian to you? Maybe Bannerlord? I don't know. It just doesn't strike me as a barbarian. Doesn't fit the aesthetic of all the other ones. Raid is a very, very unusual game with its aesthetic. Like I said, they kind of go and cover every base you could possibly think of. Sexy, not sexy. Objectifying, not objectifying. High heels, no high heels. Again, I don't think that outfit fits barbarians. Maybe Bannerlords. And Bully, last of the barbarians. The Ogun tribe. These are the orcs, essentially. So there you go, another big lady. She's legendary, and if anyone's going to tell me that she's got pretty girl syndrome, I say you're probably crazy. So I don't think you can get as far. I think it's about as far from pretty girl syndrome as you can get. And she is an absolute legendary monster. Rage Shadow Legends, like I said, they cover the gamut. Here's another lady. And then we've got this guy. There's definitely just some straight up meme characters in this lineup. I have a gal cook. I have a pounder. There's definitely some palette swaps in this lineup. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot of palette swaps in these guys. And again, they have no commons. On to the lizard men. Are we going to have sexy lizard tits? Let's see if we get sexy lizard tits. I think this counts. This may be our lizard lady. Well, she doesn't. Don't think she has lizard tits, but I think she's got wider hips. She looks like she's got more slender legs. I don't know. Could be, couldn't be. I don't know. I have a Jizo. I have a skull sworn. Yeah, definitely when it comes to the monster races, they just do a lot of palette swapping. Because I am seeing that same 3 skull layout so many times. Heck, look at that. The hard scale and the stalker are literally the exact same model, as is the Saurus. And then on to Troglodyte, the common. Skinwalkers. That is an interesting design. Even her feet are kind of weird. I mean, there's definitely sexy female syndrome going on a bit, but also some rather unique design elements. Like, she definitely doesn't have sexy female lady feet. She's got an animal head. It's really just the torso and, like, upper legs. Everything else is kind of out there. And then here's another female who is just an absolute brute. Another rather interesting design for our skinwalker. And again, non-standard feet. Like I said, they're very creative and they do a lot of shit. A lot of mixing of different genres. I kind of just wanted to show this off in this video on how really you don't know what you're going to get when you get a new champion. Will you get sexy female sorceress? Or will you get badass warrior? Will you get someone who's a mix between the two? And is that all of our skinwalkers? That's all of our skinwalkers. On to the actual, technically true orcs. Weird high heels. Are we going to get high heels? Looks like all the orc ladies are going to have high heels. So, what else are they going to give us? It just may be a thing with the developers for Raid that maybe whenever they're doing barbarian-like characters, they want to give the ladies high heels to give them more height. Because they're not just high heels, they're high heel platform shoes. Yeah, I think we're going to find the most sexualized designs in the orcs and the barbarians. I have a shaman. Pretty decent healer. And there's Raider, not to be confused with Shadow Legender. We have a veteran. Huntress's bust is relatively modest. You could make arguments either way. But does she have high heels? She still have high heels. It's a weird aesthetic they went with. And she's got wedges for some reason instead of heels. And there's Warboy the Common. Halfway done. I don't think I can even look at these two because they're hidden from me. Demon Spawn. Gotta love those fire effects. Those are really nice fire effects. Gonna give Ray credit for that. Again, high heels on essentially the savage characters. Odd aesthetic they went with. No, she's actually barefoot. And I think that was really a misstep. I feel like here, with at the very least, with the demon spawn, instead of going with the high heels, give them like a dew claw. Give them a heel claw. It would essentially be the same visual, but it would just be a little bit more inhuman. But it's not everybody. This one's got some flat feet, from what I can tell. It's just a mostly aesthetic. And like I said, I mean, yeah, these are basically our sexy sorceresses. Let's not kid ourselves. We had the Banner Lords and the Sacred Order for our armored ladies. These are our sexy sorceresses. So yeah, they're all going to kind of fall into that trope for a sexy sorceress. Though I will give them credit. Do have properly fully scaled bodies, not just sexy skin. This one's a sexy skin. The Infernal Baroness. Like the texture work on these characters is actually pretty good. There are some really impressive designs. But yes, definitely developers let out their horny on essentially the primitive barbarian demonic characters. Which could say something when your horny characters are all evil, demonic, or primitives. See, now this is what I was talking about. That they should have done more of. The dew claw, the hind claw, essentially covers the same effect as the high heel, but makes them look a little bit more demonic. And honestly, with all of the high heels, it just kind of makes their feet rather plain. Like, oh, it's just more of the same. But I think this one's another good example. Like, that's clearly a high heel model they used, but it does look more demonic because it looks organic. So it's just literally giving them high heel boots. It doesn't quite work on this one. That's totally just a high heel boot with a scale skin. Then we got this freaky ass lady. The Hellborn Sprite. Again, look at that. She doesn't even have feet. She has pegs she stands on. And that's it. No more commons. No commons for the demon spawn. Undead Horde. Again, decent armor. Flat shoes. Yep, flat shoes. Bel Ed Kazar. I can't remember if he's the big bad or just one of the main villains, but he is one of the main story villains. And then we just have a jack-o'-lantern. Again, there's definitely just straight up meme characters in here. Now, if anyone was saying that they all have to be pretty, again, look at this creepy ass one, Little Miss Annie. Complete with jerky movements. Messed up feet. Like, seriously. Raid's got some creative designs. And there's Dark Athel. Dark, my girl. Yeah, it really does seem like it was just for the orcs and other barbarian characters because we're not seeing a lot of heals in the undead. Sure, there's a couple, but not a terrible huge amount. Also, you gotta love the fact the character named the Seducer is a guy. They could have easily made that another hot chick. I have an armor teen skeleton. I got a damn fear. Got a couple of them actually. Good old Death Knight. Actually, so we know an undead skeleton is sacrificed to summon the orc in one of the first commercials, but there are a few that it totally could have been. Could have been Death Knight. Could have been a number of them. And that's all of our undead horde. On to the Dark Elves. Again, what can you expect from a sexy sorceress? But then we got Zavia here, who's got an interesting design. And again, it's not always pretty girl syndrome. Then you have weird cases like this. That is some weird footwear she got going on. I will say it does seem like the vast majority of their females do favor heels. But like I said, they do have a mix of body types, mix of armors, mix of visuals. I will give you that they do seem to like to put them in heels. But that, I think, is a small sacrifice for the sheer variety in body types and other characteristics that we see, including armor styles. It really is pretty creative. And there are a lot of designs. Another famous one, the Ordinator, Spirit Host, one of my only level 50s. Got a Wanderer. I have a few snipers. And there we go. Just my luck. I would have to be Lurker Lord X. And of course, the only Lurker is a common archer that cannot ascend. I wouldn't even have a problem with all the aesthetic designs on Lurker, except for maybe the high heels, which even that aren't that bad compared to some of the other ones we got. I just wish that the Lurker could ascend, so I could get her as powerful as my others. Eh, common characters cannot ascend. Oh, we didn't even look at the other two. My depression got the better of me. Anyway, Knight's Revenant. I don't even know what her feet look like. They are completely obscured. I have the miscreated monster. He's a pretty good buffer. Belgoth, the malformed. Praetus, faceless. Skull crown. Another female character with a relatively flat chest. Pretty decent armor. Followed immediately by Whisperer, who's practically naked. Well, not technically. That is a full body suit, and you can tell the difference between the skin and the body. But it's definitely got the boob sock going on. That is a very strange design. Dwarves. Alright, last two groups. And yes, there are female dwarves. And we're starting off with a rather interesting one here. She's got flat boots, but that is an interesting design for an outfit. I mean, there's something to be said with the fact that none of the female dwarves have a beard like we all know they should. But you gotta give them credit. They got a dwarfish build. They are short and stocky. Don't think they even have high heels. Well, the weird thing, and maybe it's just me, does it feel like the female dwarves are more like lollies? Like they're just really young? They don't give off the same sort of age vibe as the male dwarves. So I'm not sure if you're going to have your female dwarves be stocky if they can't come off as childlike. Though it is weird that the male dwarves don't give you that impression. Like, seriously, does she not feel like a lolly to you? And again, I love their metal reflections. Really nice. I do have a bulwark. I have a Kurzad. Had a chemist. Sacrificed him at one point. Have an icebound. That's all of our dwarves. There are no common dwarves. And finally, we move on to the Shadowkin, the last one that I have access to showing you guys. And yeah, we've gone for an hour to just look at all of these characters. Just so you can see the sheer variety available in Raid, Shadow Legend. That is something else of an outfit. The hell are you wearing, Kimmy? Oh, so it's Ah, so it's like Roman armor, except that the actual nipples have been turned into armor. Okay. Very strange, but I mean, some of the designs are definitely very unusual. This guy is brutal in arena. I mean, that's actually not bad armor. And then it's immediately followed by this one. That does seem to be raised aim. Give someone really nice armor and then immediately throw fan service at the next one in the lineup. And then you have really unique and interesting ones like this one. And then you've got this one who's got some really nice armor. And that's all of them. So yeah, folks, that's Raid. The Legend of Shadows. Give me a moment. And this is what my lineup looks like. This is who I have collected so far. And no, I really don't get a choice in picking the characters. Yes, sure, some of them are sold in the shop, but I usually don't have enough silver to buy them. So I'm just getting them from random summons. So this is just what the random dice roll has given me. I've been working very hard to ascend as many of them as I can to unlock their full potential. Mainly because, well, to make fusion monsters, you need them to be fully ascended and usually at a higher level than what you get them at. So I'll kind of show you that. So if I go over here, let's see if I unlock a special champion. You're okay, Rich. So if I go over here to fusion, you'll see here that, like for example, to create a relic keeper, I need a level 40 of the sorceress here, but she starts as a level 2 monster. So that means I have to ascend her twice, sacrifice other monsters to upgrade her to rank 3, ascend her a third time, sacrifice 3 level 3 monsters to extend her to level 4, ascend her a fourth time, and then sacrifice her. Same thing here with this guy who starts off as level 3. I need to then sacrifice 3 monsters to get him up to level 4, ascend him 4 times. Same thing with this guy. I've got to ascend him and rank him up. She's fine to go. I've got a second spirit host that I could just sacrifice if I had everybody else ready. So you can see, like, this guy here, I've got to ascend him and rank him up. Same thing with this guy. Ascend him and rank him up. Ascend and rank him up. Ascend and rank him up. This guy's rank 2. I have to get him up to rank 3. You can kind of see. You have to spend a lot of time leveling up essentially fusion material monsters in order to unlock new abilities. But that is Raid Shadow Legends, or at least a piece of it. I've found the game to be rather fascinating, so I have got a few videos I'm going to be doing on the lore of the game, the gameplay, how stuff works. Like, let's see. Do I have any quests of note? Beat a campaign boss 3 times. Yeah, sure. Why don't I show you a campaign? We'll go with the Deadlands. We'll go over here. Yeah, that's fine. I can clear this with just those 2 guys. Yeah, this is what a battle looks like essentially. But yes, right from the start of the game, which not a lot of games in this genre do, you can just auto battle. You don't have to grind through every battle. You don't have to buy special abilities to auto battle. You can auto battle right from the start. And there's 2 multipliers, 1x and 2x, which, yes, other games have given you 3x, 5x, 10x multipliers for the auto speed. And unfortunately, Raid has stuck it to 1 and 2x, which is a bit of a bummer. And this is what a boss battle is like. Boss battles are very varied as well. There's not always just a big boss. Like, this could just be 4 regular enemies. Just of a higher grade. As you can see here, with the Aegeus, whenever he procs it, it is a stupidly powerful buff. There we go. 4 buffs all at once. And that's what a victory screen looks like. Anyway, folks, that is Raid Shadow Legends. And that is what all the champions look like. So, I hope you had some fun. I'll see you all next time.